A major decision today out of Washington, where the Supreme Court has ruled that states can block Medicaid funding from going to Planned Parenthood. Judges issued their ruling today on Medina versus Planned Parenthood, South Atlantic, in a 6-3 decision. And to discuss this issue further, we'd like to bring on John Mize, CEO of Americans United for Life. John, thank you for joining us. Why is this decision so important?
Thanks for having me on, Tara. This is a monumental decision for the pro-life movement and for Americans and for conscientious objections of states that really have voted to affirm life and to avoid the harm of abortion violence. In siding with Medina and the state of South Carolina, the Supreme Court has essentially handed a win to authentic women's health care. And the reason why this is such a monumental decision is because the implications are not only in South Carolina, but it opens the door for every pro-life state in this country to begin to dismantle all Medicaid funding for Planned Parenthood within their states. And that's a really big deal, considering that Planned Parenthood makes hundreds of millions of dollars in Medicaid funding from the government every single year. This is a big decision, Tara.
And obviously, as you said, it's a big deal for the pro-life movement. So what do you think will happen now with that? What kind of momentum is that going to build?
So after this ruling, it opens the door for other states to do exactly what South Carolina has done, in that they now have the ability to restrict funds, and Planned Parenthood essentially cannot go to federal court to contest this. So now these resources from Medicaid can be diverted to life-affirming social safety net care, such as federally qualified health centers and charitable clinics that provide really good health care and, quite frankly, have a much broader and better network to serve women in need as opposed to Planned Parenthood.
So we've got about 60 seconds left. If Planned Parenthood were to be able to show that any Medicaid money goes toward things unrelated to abortion, could they start receiving funding again?
No, and the thing is, so money is fungible. So even if they're providing services in other areas, as long as they continue to provide abortion services, they will reap the benefits of that Medicaid funding. And while it can't be directly applied to abortion, they certainly can take the funds that they've received in other areas and apply that to their abortion business, which is by far the largest percentage of their business. So as long as they continue to provide abortion services, the state is under no obligation to fund them through their Medicaid program.
All right, John, certainly a big moment for the pro-life movement. Thanks for joining us.
Yep, thank you for having me. God bless.